I have said it. Nigerian youths, they are complacent, they are quiet, all they do is grumble. We need to have constructive interaction. Do you understand? All I hear is grumblings and insults. That's not helpful. Do you understand? You guys, the country belongs to the youth. They should own it. Instead of a proper, program or agenda, they will threaten a strike that of course everybody knows they're not going to go on. How does that achieve anything? I agree, government should cut costs. So, why should they cut costs? Have you made them cut costs? Tell me, have you? Other than you should. We all complain about the Minister of FCT, right? Please tell me what you people all do. The minister is an emissary of the president. The president is the de facto. Is it a letter you guys have written to the president? Is it a complaint? Is it a platform? Tell me. None. All you do is insult him, insult the minister, insult me. How does that get you anything?
Senator Ireti Kingibe is not entirely right. Nigerians can't protest for everything. It's not practical. She's pushing so much burden on Nigerians while exonerating the people in power. They are in office. If they can't do the job, let them give way for others who can do the job to do it. She wants Nigerians to protest for good governance, protest for pipe-borne water in their cities, protest for good roads, protest against high cost of living, high cost of petrol, despite the fact that Nigeria is among the top producers and exporters of crude oil. Protest for nearly everything. It's not practical. Even around the world, they don't protest for the basics. These basics are why the government exists in the first place. If they can't deliver basic services, then the government shouldn't exist, or the people heading the government shouldn't be there. That's how it works. This doesn't mean that protests are not needed, no. But protesting for everything is simply not practical. Nigerians can't protest for everyday things that people in other countries take for granted. Instead of wasting the energy, it's better the person that has refused to do the job to deliver basic services resigns, yes, or forced to resign. That will save Nigerians the wasted energy, the lost time. Instead of being productive, they're on the streets protesting for basic needs. No, let the person resign so that someone that can do the job and deliver basic services. Nigerians are not asking for much. Just provide the enabling environment. Businesses will thrive. People will bring their ideas and thrive on their own without government support. Right now, you have to be a mini local government before you can function, before you can enjoy basic services that people in other countries take for granted. You have to provide your own water, drill a borehole. You have to provide your own electricity. Either you buy a power generator or you go solar. You have to do all these. These are basic services that the government should be able to provide for the citizens. But they don't do it. Nigerians do it themselves. Nigerians basically drive development in the country. When it's the job of the government, they are supposed to be at the forefront, using policies, infrastructure, everything to make sure the country is developed. But no, when citizens go into nearby communities that are nearby city centers, they develop these forests to become estates, and immediately the government sees that these people are trying to develop the community. They will now jump in and start tax this, tax that. They will remember that you have to pay this, you have to pay that, without putting anything into the development, without committing one kobo. Yes. People will start developing an estate, start building their homes when it's the government that's supposed to develop the estate in the first place. They are supposed to provide pipe-borne water in the estate, make sure there's electricity supply, make sure there are good roads and drainages, so that when people finish building their homes, they will just connect to the basic services the government already provided. But that's not the situation. Nigerians basically drive the development in this country. What do they get in return? They get failed policies, experimental policies that even small countries, smaller than Nigeria, refused from the IMF. Yes, look at the Asian tigers. Most of them refused these policies. They refused to tax their people to death. And today they are all prosperous, better than Nigeria. So the issue remains that Nigerians can't simply protest for everything. No. You see, Senator Kingibe's statement actually qualifies as gaslighting. Is she not aware that Tinubu criticized Goodluck Jonathan for nearly everything he's doing today in office? Is it corruption? Is it about insecurity? Is it about high cost of petrol? Nearly everything, he criticized him for it. But today he's in power. He has done a 180-degree turn, and no one is asking him, why are you doing exactly what you criticized Goodluck Jonathan for? No one is saying, this man should be held accountable. It is hypocritical for him to do exactly the same thing he accused someone of doing. Yes. Also remember that after the Occupy Nigeria protests that the opposition at the time, that's Tinubu, APC and all the parties that later formed APC, after the massive protests that shut down the country at the time, Goodluck Jonathan actually accepted the demands of Nigerians by reversing the petrol pump price. Compare that to what happened in August last year during the End Bad Governance protests. None, zero, nada of the demands of Nigerians at the time, none of them was ever implemented by Tinubu. No, rather he went on national television after a few days the protest started and started intimidating Nigerians, even threatening them to stop the protests. Can you imagine? So the way he handled the August End Bad Governance protests last year was quite different from the way Goodluck Jonathan handled the Occupy Nigeria protests. Even Buhari handled the 2020 End SARS protests better than the way Tinubu handled the End Bad Governance protests of 2024. At least Buhari was able to accede to some of the demands by Nigerians. They disbanded SARS. Yes, SARS didn't go away, they renamed it, but at least they pretended to listen to Nigerians. It's very important. Even if the actions of the government is performative, but at least it is better than doing nothing. It is better than telling you to your face, stop protesting, we are going to arrest you, we are going to do this, we are going to do that. Outright threats, telling you straight away that they will deal with you and you can't do anything. And they dealt with many were shot dead. Some policemen used the End Bad Governance protests for shooting practice, especially in the north. They detained minors, people less than 14 years, 13 years. They detained them in maximum security prisons among criminals. Can you imagine? They still had the audacity to charge them to court after 3 months. If it wasn't because of the backlash from Nigerians, they wouldn't have freed them. So right now, they are doing everything to suppress protests, to even criminalize it. When you criticize the government, their numerous aides will jump out from nowhere and start attacking the person. They will leave the subject completely and start attacking the personality. Is that how governance works? You can't do the job, you can't also accept that someone knows better than you. Just like what Akinwumi Adesina said, that Nigerians used to live a better life in 1960 compared to today. He said many things, we'll see that in a moment. But unlike the way Bayo Onanuga and the government goons jumped at Peter Obi when he said what he said at Johns Hopkins University, that's the comparison he made between our peers of yesteryears from Asia, when Nigeria had a better economy than China, Malaysia, Indonesia and the rest. After that comparison, a lot of people jumped at him, attacking his personality, saying a lot of unprintable words. Now, after Adesina made his statement, it took them a few days to come up with a response. But at the end of the day, they still found a way to link Obi to it. They said that his statement is political, that it sounded like Peter Obi. Imagine Onanuga teaching Akinwumi Adesina economics. Between Onanuga and all the people in charge of the economy under this administration and Akinwumi Adesina, the president of Africa Development Bank, who would you trust his words on the economy?
A lack of electricity is killing Nigerian industries. Something Chief Odutola was concerned about way back in 1971. According to the Manufacturers Association of Nigeria, industry spent $93.1 billion, a billion naira, I must say, on alternative energy in 2018. That is 47 years after Chief Odutola. Today, no business can survive in Nigeria without generators. Consequently, the abnormal has become normal. Unless Nigeria decisively tackles its electricity, energy deficiency, and reliability, its industries will always remain uncompetitive.